My name is Francesco Mattina, I'm Italian and I am the new president of the CPVO. I started my mandate on the 1st of February 2022 and I will exercise my role as president of the CPVO for 5 years. I have been working in the CPVO before I was vice president and before head of the legal unit. I'm a lawyer with a specialization in intellectual property rights. My planning for the CPVO for the 5 years to come will be reflected in the new strategic plan. The strategic plan represents the roadmap for achieving our objectives, our strategic goals for the next 5 years. First of all, we are a knowledge-based organization. Therefore, staff is the most important element of the strategy. We are a mature organization. We are running the CPVR system from 1994. We have mature and very highly specialized staff members. We have to keep this treasury in the CPVO and continue developing their knowledge and experience. Secondly, we will look into the digitalization of our processes to make our tools even more user-friendly for our stakeholders. It's very important to create a user experience that will improve the quality of the services that will be made available to applicants and make the process of protecting varieties easier and less expensive. Thirdly, it's important to place the CPVO within the network of stakeholders and institutions with which we collaborate, namely not only the institutions that deal with the IP rights, but also the member states, the network of examination offices that operate in the different member states, the breeder organizations. All together, we have to reinforce the network that is the basis of the success of the plant variety rights system in the European Union. It's also important to note that in the post-COVID pandemic, we will have a responsibility to play to support our European SMEs in recovering from the pandemic. And in this respect, we will join efforts and initiatives with the Commission, with the Member States, and with other institutions to put in place programs of support for SMEs. And for that reason, we will contribute to activities that have been planned under the Intellectual Property Action Plan of the European Commission. We are going also to contribute to the EU trade policy in providing our specialization and support in activities with third countries, activities that are framed under the trade policy of the European Union. It's also important to recognize the contribution of the plant variety rights system to achieve important societal and environmental challenges through the policy objectives of the European Union, such as the European Green Deal. And finally, it's also very important to keep an eye on the legislative developments that are going on in the current period and for the years to come. I refer, for example, to the revision of the plant reproductive material legislation and the debate on the new breeding techniques, but also the revision of our founding regulation, the so-called basic regulation, for which we have foreseen a targeted revision in the beginning of 2023.